Welcome to Nin Post. Today's episode, we'll be talking about the next three um, points of the 14-point mindful action code that Stephen K. Hayes gave the Bujinkan and its students. The first one, which is number 3 on the list, is I develop significant relationships, and its corollary, I avoid abusing others for selfish gain. So networking is an important ninja trait, and connecting with others in an honest and authentic way is an important human trait. Doesn't matter how much of an introvert you are. You cannot hope to have a healthy psyche living in a mountain in the woods. It won't happen by yourself. That's a different connection. We'll talk about that later. So you want to connect with others, have friends, have a friend group where you care enough about each other to work with each other to overcome certain things. Like here recently, we had a Category 4 tornado pass through our neighborhood. And you'll see all kinds of people posting on social media websites. If you need any help, I've got a chainsaw. Or if I've seen, there was businesses postings that said, hey, we own a large group place. If you guys need a place to live or a place to hide out, come to us. So you when bad things happen, look for the helpers, because that's the point of the thing. No matter how good you get, no matter how capable of a human being you become, you can always do more with others. Taking time to appreciate that connection is an important thing. That's the point of so many customs, especially in the West, custom of giving a housewarming gift to a new neighbor to create a positive connection. Number 4 is I thoughtfully express the truth, and its corollary, I avoid the confusion of dishonest words. This is important. We, as human beings, the human psyche, we'll go back to that, the human psyche has a humongous capacity for lying to oneself. Okay. When it comes to doing something we don't want to do, number 1, we could probably go deep into the psyche and find out why we don't want to do it, and it would have nothing to do with any type of rational ability. It was we woke up one day from taking the daily nap that we did as an infant and thought, my mom and dad aren't here. Where are they? And they were in the other room. We didn't hear them. But that sense of abandonment could easily be playing into a distrust of someone wanting to truly connect with you. So that goes back to the other one. So being honest with ourselves is the most important part of this. Keeping ourselves accountable while we are honest with others as well. Because see, it's been the connection has been made before, or the extrapolation has been made before, where Sun Tzu's The Art of War, very popular among martial artists and other strategists, and should be popular in all areas because it has tenets and advice for all areas of life. But um, the idea is if the book starts from a point of view of you're the general and you're telling your troops what to do. Well, if you take it and internalize it, then you're the general telling your troops what to do, right? If you are honest with other people in a group, and have your ego in check, that's another thing. Keep that ego in check, because oftentimes when someone says, they're not giving me enough credit, because one person has an ego wanting credit, getting credit, and the other person has an ego wanting credit, not getting credit. They're both egos. They're in that situation. It's about ego. It's not about the credit. If you take the ego out, then the credit goes to all of the people involved in whatever has been accomplished, um, including things like luck. Anyway, moving on, we've got number 5. I cultivate a positive attitude, a healthy body, and a clear mind. And the corollary, I avoid whatever would reduce my physical or mental well-being. Those are important pieces of information. All of this, and in truth, all of the 14 points, it's really 28, but all of the points here are how to live life effectively. The next one will be about the communication with others. The next one after that will be operating effectively in the world. Next one after that is about generating accomplishment. So, when does that, in the first one, material considerations, be true to yourself, is this one. So, how to orient yourself to these different areas of life such that what you do, say, and think, which we'll come back to that, think, say, and do, at another episode. It's already scheduled. Aligns with itself. Like all the things you think about, all the things you say, and all the things you do are in alignment, along with all the things you say, think, say, and do, and all your friends think, say, and do's are also in alignment. That's actually part of getting a network, creating one. But this whole idea of I cultivate a positive attitude, a healthy body, and a clear mind. Are very important. So I develop significant relationships. I avoid abusing others for selfish gain. I thoughtfully express the truth. I avoid the confusion of dishonest words. And I cultivate a positive attitude, a healthy body, and a clear mind. Those things are very difficult to accomplish. So a positive attitude. When is it difficult to have a positive attitude? During hard times. When is it most important to cultivate a positive attitude? During hard times. A healthy body. When is it most important to cultivate a healthy body? All the time. When is it difficult to cultivate a healthy body? When we want snacks. When we want that donut. When we want to rest. When is it important to cultivate a clear mind. There isn't a moment that it's unimportant to cultivate a clear mind, one that sees things as they are, accepts them as they are. So that goes back to the ego thing. You want things to be a certain way. There's an old phrase that says, "Never meet your superheroes," or "Never meet your heroes," because then you'll realize they're human, and they won't be heroes anymore. They can still be heroes, but if you, in your mind and in your heart, think of them only as that hero, then they become the thing, the object, and it has no real depth of meaning. It becomes depth of meaning when you get involved with that person on a personal level. Like the grandfather that you didn't know much, but you went to his house every weekend during the summer or something like that. And so you only have known him from the time you've been, but you listen to his words and his things, and he'll tell you all the good things that he's done. He won't tell you any of the bad things. You hear from someone like say he's a military vet from World War II. We don't have any more of those. Sadly, we do not have so many of those left. The Vietnam era. A buddy of his, and then you're in the background while a war buddy of his comes to visit, and you hear their conversation when they don't think you're around. All of a sudden, you don't really think they're. It's a different thing. But then again, that's you as a younger child, not really understanding the humanistic part of things. So, be honest with yourself. Be truthful to yourself. Number 4, thoughtfully express the truth. Avoid the confusion of dishonest words. Talking to yourself as well. So that's all a part of the wonderful things of this. I avoid whatever would reduce my physical and mental well-being. There's that snack I'm talking about. There's other things there's something in your life. No one lives a perfect life. I don't. I'm still working at getting things more refined, and I'll pick one thing and I'll work on that for a little while, and then I'll pick another thing and I'll work on that for a little while, and I'll slowly get better, little by little. At some point in time, I won't have the ability to. I'll have died. Because even in old age, you can work on something. There's an epidemic in this world, especially the Western world, where people with age are respected simply because they got there. And there is a certain level of respect for that. But the greatest level of respect that I would give anyone of age is when they have the experience to back it up. You can have experiences, but that doesn't mean you're going to learn from them. Real people learn from them. People on the positive side of these things, they develop significant relationships. They thoughtfully express the truth. They cultivate a positive mind and a healthy body, and a positive attitude, healthy body, and a clear mind. Those people are worth listening to. Not everyone does that. And when you get into old age and you're still eating your donuts, so to speak, then I have a difficult time being respectful. I give human beings a certain level of respect, and everyone should. We have a certain level of respect that if you start with, you get to keep. I have what I call my 100% rule. I meet someone new, I give them 100% of the respect that I think I should based upon how I see that person. And I see that person as another valid human being. And that's the first level of respect. That's that 100% level. Now, of level 1. And it can go up or go down from there. But if you start high, oftentimes they will respond high. And leaders look to the future. They don't look to the past. So I'm starting to trail off. With that being said, I will end it here because I'm really good at trailing. So let's clear our minds. Pause for the cause. And appreciate the life we have while we grow and get better at the things we can. All right, guys. Until next time, get lost, but never lose your way.